Welcome to Learn English with Sherry. My name is Sherry and I am an online English teacher and speech therapist. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to have an amazing lesson to help you in improving your speaking fluency with the imitation technique of shadowing. I'm grateful that you have visited, and I hope you find this lesson to be useful for your English learning. Step 1 of this technique will involve you, and you will listen carefully to the native speaker while reading the passage. I need you to pay particular attention to the rhythm, rate, melody, pauses, and stress that I use when I speak the sentences. You can even note my facial expressions. So there are times when you are going to worry about the pronunciation of each individual word, and you will make mistakes. That's okay. The practice of this technique is for you to really get more of an understanding of the flow of the language, of the melody of English. The individual pronunciation should be addressed in another lesson. In today's lesson, we are going to focus on the overall fluency. Okay, now for step 2, you are going to listen to the native speaker produce the sentence. Then you will imitate the sentence. You are to try to imitate the same melody, rhythm, and rate of speech. Pause in the same places where I pause. Then we will move on to step 3, which is shadowing. You will attempt to shadow me. To start this step, I will count down 3, 2, 1, and then we will speak simultaneously or at the same time. Now, this may be challenging for you, but that is okay. You can pause the video. You can replay the first 2 steps until you feel confident to try step 3. Now remember, nobody's perfect and you will make mistakes, and that's okay. That is how you are going to improve. I am excited to begin this technique with you. Let's take a look at the sentences that we will be practicing today. For this lesson, I have taken some sentences from a blog that I wrote when we were adopting our sons from Russia. So I will begin with step 1, the listen and read step. Today is our last day in Moscow as we fly out early tomorrow morning. Okay, for this step, you are just to listen and read as I said the sentence. I want you to pay attention to the words that I place stress and emphasis on in the sentence. Also pay attention to where I pause. So in this sentence, I gave particular stress to the words last and early. Okay, let's move on to step 2, the imitation step. In this step, I'm going to, again, say the sentence. When I finish speaking, then you will immediately imitate the sentence and do your best to try and produce the sentence as I did. Here we go. You can do it. Today is our last day in Moscow as we fly out early tomorrow morning. Excellent. Okay. Now, if you feel that you need more practice, pause the video, move it back, and try it again. All right. Are you ready for step 3? Here we go. Step 3, again, is the shadowing technique step. In this step, I will give you a countdown from 3, 2, and 1, and when I count down, then we will produce the sentence simultaneously or at the same time. The goal of this step is for you to try to keep the same pace as I do when I'm speaking, and also for you to match the melody of the sentence, to place stress on the same words, and to pause in the same places where I pause. Okay, let's get it done. You can do it. Here we go. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Today is our last day in Moscow as we fly out early tomorrow morning. Okay, great. You did it. Now, if you would like to try it again, please do so. You can move the video back and start step 3 again. If you would like more practice, let's move on to another sentence. In this sentence, we have several clauses. So for the exercise, I am going to break up the sentence into different parts. Okay, so let's go through the 3 steps again. But for this first exercise, we will only use the first clause. Step 1, listen and read. Chad and I are very ready to go. Okay, step 2, imitation. I will say the clause first and then you imitate. Chad and I are very ready to go. Fantastic. Now let's do step 3, shadowing. 3, 2, 1. Chad and I are very ready to go. All right, how did it go? As you continue to practice with this method, you will see that your fluency will improve with the sentences. Now let's try the next clause. Step 1, listen and read. The boys don't know what to expect, so they are none the wiser. Okay, this is an extra long clause. There are several places where I paused, and I'm also using emphasis and stress on specific words. Let's try it again for step 2, the imitation step. The boys don't know what to expect, so they are none the wiser. Okay. Yes. Great. Keep working. Now let's move on to step 3, the shadowing phase. Again, I will do the countdown and we will speak at the same time. 3, 2, 1. The boys don't know what to expect, so they are none the wiser. All right, now let's try the entire sentence. Okay? Yes, I know you can do it. Here we go. We're going to go through all 3 steps for the entire sentence. Step 1, listen and read. Chad and I are very ready to go. The boys don't know what to expect, so they are none the wiser. Step 2, imitation. Chad and I are very ready to go. The boys don't know what to expect, so they are none the wiser. All right, now you imitate. Well done. Okay, now let's move on to step 3, shadowing. Remember, I will count down 3, 2, 1, and then we will speak together. 3, 2, 1. Chad and I are very ready to go. The boys don't know what to expect, so they are none the wiser. All right, now each time we produce this, I may have had slight differences in my stress, but overall, we worked on using the same stress together as well as the same pauses each time we said the sentence. If you would like, you can replay the entire lesson to work on these sentences further. Practice makes perfect. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope that you enjoyed Lesson 1 in the Imitation Technique series. I hope you'll return soon as we look at Lesson 2. Keep at it, be kind to one another, and see ya!